My name is Anida Šabanović. I am a vice president at COMERICA Bank. I am also a chairperson of the employee resource group by the name of European Connection at COMERICA Bank. I am the president of the Bosnian American Cultural Club in Detroit, and I am a member of the Institute for Research of Genocide for Canada, and I'm the representative for Michigan. I am also a refugee from Bosnia and Herzegovina who was blessed to move to this beautiful country in 1996. How did I overcome the life in Bosnia? So obviously I was a very young child, and I had parents who were extremely protective, who have kept us safe. At the age of 12, 13, you really don't understand all the details of what the war brings. So you're looking at it through eyes of a child. We really don't talk about this, and it's, as you can imagine, difficult to reflect back on. One day, the place where I lived was basically occupied by the occupying army, and we were the civilians sitting at home. My mother pulled out my earrings, and I had a little watch that my father bought me in Italy, and had to take that off as the occupying armies, they could cut off your ear and do crazy things that happen in the war. That was the day that my father was taken into a concentration camp. I remember vividly where he was pretty much just saying, I'm not going to go alive. I will rather let them shoot me than go into the concentration camp. The army men were just yelling around and saying, if we find any males, any boys, any men in the houses, we will shoot their entire families. And there was a little hill up right by my house, and I remember my father just leaving. Obviously, my mom, my sister, and I, and all the women in our little sub where we lived, were all alone. And at night, we could hear the army walking around our houses. My mother and a few strong women got together, and they said, all the women, young women of my age, need to really move out of our city, as the young girls were raped, and rape was used, obviously, in this. We all knew not to stray off the main road, as everything around us was minded. And if you go right or left, you're probably going to end up on a mine and without a life. So my mother basically helped me pack up. From there, I escaped and went into finding some family by myself. My father was again in concentration camp. My mom and my sister tried to stay behind. And as you can imagine, certainly my childhood was stolen from me, as I had to grow up really quickly. How do you recover? In order to come into the United States, you had to have a sponsor here. My mom had a sister who lived here. She's the one who sponsored us, and that had to be completed through an agency. Samaritas ended up providing the housing for us, also provided the very crucial needs that refugees have. Something as simple as going to Social Security Administration and applying for a Social Security number, finding a job. In fact, Samaritas found both of my parents' first jobs. They helped them get a ride to their jobs, as they did not have a car. That was truly our beginning. We got on our feet quickly, and I'm proud to say that we moved here June 3rd of 1996, and on September 28th, 1998, we purchased our first home. So as you can tell, we're a very hardworking family, and all we needed is opportunity, and this country definitely granted that to us. Coming to COMERICA and having this be part of my life. I've been at COMERICA for 20 years. I love what I do, and part of my job is on a daily basis helping people. And whether it's helping my staff, coaching them, managing, mentoring, helping them with their hard situations. I think this has shaped me to be, the leader that I am. It has shaped me to be the banker that I am and a manager that I am. And I very much love my story, and I would not change it for anything. To work with Samaritas and support refugees, I think that this organization is very important. As helpless as a refugee feels at the time when they come in, they're really everything to them. They look for, a direction of where to go shopping for food and where to, find a job, and, do I have furniture or do I not have furniture? Do I have $20 in my pocket that I need for, spending? Your lifeline is your job, and Samaritas finds you that job. They are the organization, they are the people that open the doors and give us the opportunities that they did. So Samaritas to a refugee just coming to this country means really everything.